Hello and welcome to our busy webinar for Wednesday, May 13th. So excited to have you with us. Today we're going to talk about customer retention, the ways that you can help build your reputation with the people that matter most by connecting with your clients using email, website updates, and social media engagement to deepen relationships with your existing customers that are cheapest, easiest, and already love you. So we're going to go through a bunch of things today. As I do every month or every week when we do this, I'm going to give you just a little bit of a techno introduction so that you know how to get to the Q&A section of this event. Our busy webinars every week do have a Q&A feature attached to them. You do need to be logged into Google Plus with a Google account of some sort in order to do this. But from the event page that you received from your email or from going to the homepage of BizzyWeb.com and clicking on the link, if you're looking at the video here, your best option is going to be to click on the Google Plus link right above that. And when you do click on that Google Plus link, it's going to take you to a second page. And from that second page, you'll see that it says Q&A and live. If you click on that button, it's going to open up a new window and you'll be able to continue listening to the event. And from that event, you'll notice that over on the right now, it says ask a new question. And so all you need to do to ask us questions live during the event is click that green button and then post away. So ask a question here. And then I will see that question and I'll respond to them in kind. I'm going to take a few breaks during the event to answer those questions. So please don't be shy. We do have a bunch of viewers already, so excited to have you with us. And let's get right down to business. All right, so inside of our webinar series, we always go through a similar agenda. I'm going to talk just a little bit about BizzyWeb, who we are and what we do, and then we're going to go into customer retention. So we're going to talk about how to connect with your clients, how to use email as a killer tool to reach out to your existing clients by setting up surveys and also doing smart categorization with your clients so that you can get the right type of information from the right people. We'll talk about how to use website updates like blog posts or testimonials to help drive additional business. And then we're going to go into social media engagement and share just a few tips on how to make a members-only club for your clients to give them more value than ever before. As always, you can post those questions live, and I just showed you how to do that. So don't be shy. We thrive on your questions, and I would love to help you build your business by answering questions as we go. Busy webinar series always include the ability to post those questions. If you're watching this as a rerun, if you're watching this outside of Wednesday, the 13th of May at noon Central Time, you can always ask us questions during this event by either asking a question right in the comments section of the YouTube video or by sending us an email to sales@BizzyWeb.com. BizzyWeb, as you know, is an online marketing company that focuses on two big things, web design and online marketing. So inside of our web designs, we build fantastic websites that seamlessly integrate with social media to save you time and headaches down the road as you're marketing your business. We also seamlessly integrate online marketing in the constant contact / email realm. So you can do surveys, events, social media outreach and engagement, as well as regular email newsletters and auto response newsletters or emails to reach out to your customers and to new prospects where it matters most. We also do all of our own web hosting, as well as online marketing, including pay-per-click advertising and much more through our Buzz Builders series. Ask us for more information at BizzyWeb.com/BB for more information, or you can dial us at the number that's at the bottom of every slide. So let's get to customer retention. First, you need to connect with your clients. Your clients are responsible for 90% of your business. All the rest of the marketing that you're going to do is going to be trying to reach that 10% of the possible folks that you're working with that you haven't already talked to. And of that 10%, really, only 1% are likely to want to work with you. So all of the marketing efforts that you put in, folks tend to focus on that 1% really of the market that is ready to act and that they haven't already spoken with before. Now that leaves that 90% on the table. And if you're not specifically doing something to reach your existing clients right now, you're definitely missing out on that opportunity to connect with folks that already know you, already love you, and have already been used to putting a check. One moment, please. Seems like we're having an issue with technology. Let me just double check to make sure that everybody can see us and that they can hear us. Looks like we're good. So I'm getting heard. I apologize for the intrusion. We had someone that is saying that they can't hear us, but they must have their computer muted because I am getting perfect audio through here. So let's confirm on that. And actually, I will press play on my recording here just to make sure. Yep. So everything is fine, and I've confirmed that. Apologize for that brief swap in connections here. So let's keep going. The clients that you're reaching out of that 90%, they're the least expensive to reach with your existing marketing. You don't have to do a Google ad campaign to reach your existing clients. Instead, all you need to do is send them an email or give them a call or reach out to them. So the more connection you do, and having a dedicated referral program in place is going to help you, because happy clients, existing clients, are also the best way to reach out to your team and to use your existing clients as your marketing team to reach out and share. Because if you're already connecting with clients that are fantastic for you and that fit your mold, people hang out with similar people. And so the best way to get a lot more of your favorite type of client is to engage them and encourage them to invite their friends. So if you are using this and if you're already reaching out, that's the best way to get the most bang for your buck inside of your marketing. So as you think about your clients, focus as well on what you most enjoy doing with them and what you most enjoy delivering for them. So if you have clients and you really love doing a specific type of business with that client, give them an incentive to come back to you again. That's one of the things that we've struggled with at BizzyWeb over the years, is with web design in particular. If we do a fantastic job on your website, you're probably not going to need to talk to us about your website for a couple more years. But what we've found that we had a big gaping hole left open on is, once a website's up, you then need to start using it as a marketing tool. So that's where the Buzz Builders marketing programs come in. We had clients asking us all the time, well, can you help me write articles for my website? Or can you help me with a Google ad campaign or with social media outreach on Facebook and Twitter? And so that was one of the things that became obvious once we started thinking about what our clients were really looking for. And so that's why we're a full service online marketing agency now versus just a web designer. And certainly we've done that transition over the past 4 years. But now we feel like we're a full service marketing firm versus just a web designer, because we were listening to our clients and we've engaged with a bunch of our clients. And now we have, more than a dozen folks that we're helping with specific online marketing, as well as web hosting for a couple hundred of our clients, and doing general outreach and touch bases with our clients on a regular basis. So as we look at this, those clients are absolutely essential to what you're doing. And if you listen to your clients well, you're going to answer a bunch more questions. So when you think about your favorite client, and this actually kind of looks like me if I had glasses, but your clients are saying they'd spend more with you if the service was better, or if they have a good experience, they would tell their friends, or they don't worry as much about the prices if the experience is great. If you survey your clients to find out what's happening, maybe you'll find that there is a hole in your marketing, or there's a hole in the customer experience that's keeping you from getting more referrals or from driving additional business. But you need to survey your customers, ask them questions, and it doesn't necessarily need to be through a formal survey process or through focus groups or whatever. It could be as simple as an email campaign, and Constant Contact does a great job in this, where they build that out and they make something very simple to connect with an outreach. But if you're using something and if you're asking your question, or if you're asking your clients a dedicated set of questions, maybe it's right at the end of a project when you're working with them, or maybe it's a couple weeks later to find out how they're using the products or services that you provide. And always think about what else you can do to help them. And if there's something else that seems like it would be a foregone conclusion for them to take you up on. So for example, for web design folks, doing social media or doing content writing is one of the things that we do for our clients on an ongoing basis. Inside of our web hosting, we always and consistently reach out to people that are hosting with us to make sure that their website is up to date, that their emails are working correctly, and that if there is a security hole that was identified in WordPress, for example, that we've plugged that hole and that they understand that we're working for them on a regular basis to make that happen. And so one of the big things for us is when you're asking those questions, you need to be kind of careful with the types of questions you ask so that you can understand simply and easily what you're getting into. And so one of the things that I like most inside of surveys is to ask closed-ended questions. Make sure that your questions are easy to answer. They're easy to analyze. You can put your closed-ended questions into a spreadsheet and watch trends over time. And that ensures that the scales of what you're asking is really balanced and clear. So if you just ask a client, how did I do? Then that works okay, except for the fact that you're going to get a different type of answer all the time, and you're going to have to read through all of those responses every time to get an idea of the gist of how things are going. But if you can ask on a scale of 1 to 5, how happy were you with our process? You can see that it went from 3.5 to 4.5 over the span of 6 months. That's something you can actually take action on. Or if you notice that your service levels are dipped, you might be able to tease out or figure out what led to that decline in average rankings for your customer satisfaction. So that's closed-ended questions. Of course, the other side is open-ended questions. And so asking things that are open-ended can give you extra information that you might not have seen, that you might not have thought about, and it'll give you deeper insights because your clients can just add in what they're experiencing. And that's usually locked into one final catch-all question. Is there anything that we've missed? Or is there anything else that you'd like to say? The thing is, they are harder to answer. And so if you have a lot of open-ended questions in a survey, it's going to lead to respondent fatigue, and they might just dump the survey and either ignore the questions or answer less thoughtfully than they would have if you only ask them 1 or 2 open-ended questions. Of course, these open-ended questions are harder to analyze, and they're time-consuming to evaluate. And so that definitely does limit the opportunity to make comparisons. If you use too many open-ended questions, you'll definitely have an issue down the road with what you're seeing and what you're going to get. So 2 or 3 open-ended questions out of a survey of 10 to 12 questions that takes less than 5 minutes to complete, and that you tell your clients will take less than 5 minutes to complete, is going to be your best way to get regular feedback that actually makes a difference for you. As well, your results should really inspire action in what you look at. So as you survey, make sure that you're ready to take that next step with your clients so that they can understand that you're listening and so that you're actually improving your business. Because if you don't, and if folks think that, I responded to this survey and I told them that I really hated the way that this one thing went, or that I really loved the way this one thing went and I was hoping for more of that, if you don't take some sort of action on that and inspire them and tell them that you're listening and that you're taking action on it, they're not going to do that again. And it might actually lead to customer dissatisfaction if they feel like their effort to give you feedback was met with little or no action. So, review and analyze your results and take that next step and spot the trends that you can find out of that. And again, this is where the closed-ended questions, the multiple choice questions, the true false, the rate us on a scale of 1 to 5 questions can be very helpful, because you can tabulate those, put them into a spreadsheets or a graphing program like Microsoft Excel, for example, and then use that to create an action plan. When you get that action plan solid, you're going to want to reach out to your clients and follow up with them to tell them what you did and what you're going to do differently. And then, of course, the next thing that you're going to want to do is, of course, to try it again. Make sure that what you actually instated, the changes that you made, were being met or actually doing what you intended them to do. And then keep coming back for more so that everyone understands that you're doing what you asked, what you promised that you would do, and that things are going the way that you intended them to. So if they're taking the time to give you that feedback, make sure that they understand these are the steps that you're taking to make their experience better. And here's the opportunities that they now have as a result of their responses. You know, another way to get great engagement and to get your customers to want to do more with you is to specifically tailor what you deliver to their needs. That's hard sometimes for some companies if you have very specific sets of products, but if you have ancillary or other clients or other referral partners that you can connect people with, giving people the ability to answer or fix their problems, even if you're not the one that makes those changes for them or you're the final service provider, if you're the person that they can go to anytime they have problems in your business, you're going to be much better off and they're going to think of you and refer you more often. So how do you do all of this stuff? Well, first, one of the big things that you should consider is a thoughtful and helpful email campaign. So make sure that you're reaching out to your clients regularly. You know, I'll show you a couple examples of BizzyWeb's emails in just a moment, but you need to make sure that your emails do a few things. First, they have to have clear and easy subject lines so that people understand that it's coming from you and that they understand what you're talking about. A great newsletter title is "We need 3 hammers next week for our Habitat for Humanity project." A bad subject line for a newsletter is probably "May newsletter." You know, that doesn't tell anyone anything. That doesn't give you anything that's actionable or interesting. And in fact, if you're looking for a rule of thumb about subject lines, we use what we call the 2-2-2 philosophy in creating subject headings. The first 2 words of any email subject line should give you an idea about what that subject or what that email is going to be talking about, and it needs to be inherently action-oriented. Inside of the next 2 seconds of reading that email subject line, they should understand what's in it for them and what they should be doing. If you can't get the point of an email inside of reading the subject line inside of 2 seconds, you need to shorten, condense, and apply. And then finally, inside of every email subject line, wherever possible, you should tell them what you expect today. So 2 seconds, 2 words, and today is what you should focus on in your email subject lines. Be helpful and offer new products specifically to your clients first. So say as an existing client of your company, these are some things that we'd like to make available for you. These might be partnerships with existing referral clients or referral partners. These might be new products or the ability to demo some of your new services, giving folks an opportunity to reach out to you and to come back. Perhaps even just doing a customer appreciation event and inviting them, just existing customers, to stop by and to let you appreciate them in person. Now, this doesn't work all the time if you're a national or international company like BizzyWeb is, but giving them the opportunity to take some time and to reach out is one of the biggest things that we have done for our BizzyWebinar program. 80% of the people that attend BizzyWebinars are existing BizzyWeb clients. And that's who we do this for. We do this so that you can ask questions, so that you can get a little bit of tech support, and so that we can drill down and help you to generate more buzz in your business. So that's one of the things that we do. Categorizing your lists is an easy way to reach out. You can specifically reach out to your brand new clients, to your first timers, to your essential partners, to the people that have been with you forever. And you can do different things for them. So you can have, you know, the Old Timers Club, although some folks might not appreciate being called an old timer, or our most loyal customers club, where you bring things in and you do something specific or special for them. Maybe you offer them a discount that nobody else has available to them. BizzyWeb clients on new redesigns get an automatic discount because A, we know and love you, but B, it's also easier to work with an existing client because you know each other's rhythm and you understand what they're looking for because you've spent so much time with them already. So we believe very much in giving that to our clients, and everyone that's worked with us on multiple occasions knows it gets easier every single time. So as you look at that and you categorize that audience, think about who are your regular customers, the people that are connecting with you on a regular basis. Who are the ones that are seasonal supporters or reaching out on a regular basis and maybe only connect with you once in a while? Consider who are your VIPs and maybe offer them some special offer or promotion, or just thank them for all of their referrals or business. And then if someone's brand new in your business, of course, you want to give them that opportunity as well. So think about who does what for your business as far as your existing customers, and reach out to them specifically and separately so that you can understand, or so that they can understand what you need from them and what you can do for them to keep that relationship going. I'm going to switch back just for a second and make sure we don't have any questions. Looks like we're good. Again, if you do have a question, the way to get into that question is to just click on from the BizzyWebinar page to go into Google Plus on that link under number 1. That's going to open up this page for you after you click on the live button, and you're going to be able to ask questions by clicking this green button. If you need help getting into the question and answers part, go ahead and give us a call at the number on the bottom of your screen. That's 612-424-9990 or 612-4BizzyO, and we'll be able to help you walk through that. But in general, if you have a Google Plus account or a Gmail account that you can associate with your login, you should be able to get right into it. You might have to download a quick thing, but you'll be able to ask those questions on the fly from there. So let's keep moving and talk about the next most important thing in reaching out to your customers, and that's your website. A lot of us, and a lot of BizzyWeb clients in particular, use blogging as an ongoing outreach tool. A lot of us use this for search engine optimization, of course, where it helps you rank higher on Google the more often you update your website. But blogs and testimonials are a great way to reach out, to showcase your work, and to keep your clients up to date on what's happening. Make sure that you can let your fans, the people that love you most, subscribe to keep up to date with what you do, and then reward those folks by sharing with them, first access to what's happening in your business. When the April 21st Google mobile apocalypse came out, our clients knew about it immediately because they were already subscribed to BizzyWeb. We put on the back end of every website that we build a link to BizzyWeb news and updates so that you can keep up to date with what's going on. Every time you log into your website to make an update or a change, there's news from BizzyWeb so that you can see what's happening. And we specifically try to keep you up to date on trends and issues in online marketing to help you grow your business. That's, again, the biggest reason behind the BizzyWebinar series. I try to keep my clients as up to date as possible on social media and online marketing in general. And so that's also why you see that these are mostly educational in format and not so much salesy, because we're trying to make sure that our clients understand what's in it for them and what's happening in the market. I get questions and comments from our clients all the time that say, you know what, you're just the guy that we go to, or BizzyWeb are the people that we go to when we need something in online marketing. And we figure if you haven't told us about it, we don't need to be concerned about it. So we try to keep all of the security holes that are patched, or all of the issues that are coming down the pipe, like the Google apocalypse from April 21st when they stopped displaying mobile marketing or non-mobile friendly websites in mobile search results, so that everyone understood that and understood what needed to happen on their websites to keep things going. We also do automatic updates to all of our client websites. And when we do that, we just send folks a note to say, we updated your site. And so that's one of the things that we don't always do perfectly, but that's something that we endeavor to do every time so that folks understand that we're keeping up with what's happening, and it keeps that client top of mind for you and you to them when you're looking at what they're doing and how to take the next step. If you think of your business as a one-time only experience, you're always going to be searching for that next client, and it's much, much harder to keep growing from leads that don't know you than it is to build a client base that comes back to you again and again. So if you don't have something in your products that people can reuse or come back to you again and again for, or that can continue to expand and grow for your clients so that you can work with every client of yours 5 or 6 times, then keep thinking and think about some ancillary service that you can offer that will fill that need, because that's just far, far easier. Another way to connect with your clients is to ask for testimonials. Think about and ask, what was the best part about working with us? What do you wish you could change? Or in particular, how would you recommend us to other people? And what can we do to make that as easy as possible for you? Think about it and make some information, perhaps even on your website, members only. BizzyWeb has a web hosting and communications partner where we host several dozen websites for a specific company or organization. And we have a members only feature there where webmasters for those hosted websites can ask us questions individually and have that happen inside of a special club. So we made that information members only. And as you bridge across to social media, you can do the same thing. So you can share your successes, give one-click updates to all of your networks so that people understand whenever any of that news is happening. So when you publish on your blog or make a post on your website, have that go out to all of your networks, because some of your clients are going to be great on Facebook. Some of them are going to be big Twitter fans. Some of them are going to be looking at Google Plus or trying to find you on the web via Google. And having that available is going to be out there and interesting. Some folks are into LinkedIn. Make sure that you reach out on all of those networks so that you can connect with them. But then don't be afraid to connect on each network as well, because every network has a slightly different lingo to it, and every network has a slightly different audience. So consider creating groups or private boards or members-only specials on those pages. So for example, on Facebook, you can create specific groups. For BizzyWeb, we have a Buzz Builders group that we tend to. For LinkedIn, we have the same thing. We actually have product showcase pages that people can follow that talk about specific types of information. And then we also have a Buzz Builders group on our LinkedIn account to engage and let people share information amongst themselves for our clients, but also just ask us specific questions that might be helpful for an entire group. And then, of course, when you're doing this, make sure that you are using those right tools. So for your website, make sure that you're linking and using all the update posts, auto posting to your networks, and posting those deals and offers in a way that everybody that's connected with your company that's already a customer can get quick and easy access to that. Consider making some shortcut for your clients. For example, with BizzyWeb, I already mentioned this, but you can log into your BizzyWeb powered website, and in the dashboard in WordPress, we have links to our BizzyWeb news and updates. Especially if we have client updates, that goes to the top of that list for our clients so that they can see anything that directly refers to them or that they need to know about. In Facebook, you can post general things, you can offer deals, you can have groups inside of Facebook and use that to continue to grow your business. But again, that's mostly for B2C or business to consumer, folks that are selling things, and more general interest. If you're trying to reach out to your B2B partners or to business outreach, doctors serving other lawyers or business service businesses, then you're going to want to use LinkedIn. And you can also use groups there, but it has to be more corporate, and it has to be more no nonsense and more informational than you would be on a Facebook page. Google Plus, you're mostly going to be using Google Plus for search engine optimization content And so you can have groups and things on Google+. We use Google+ to publish and offer special members-only content via our BizzyWebinar series, because that's all published out of Google+ via the Hangouts on Air feature. And then, of course, Twitter can allow short updates and headlines and tips. Consider using a hashtag to let your clients search for you. And if they just keep that open hashtag, for example, BizzyWeb has Busy Tips that you can subscribe to find out more information or helpful information that's coming up as we browse the web. One of the things that's most important for me as the owner of BizzyWeb is to stay abreast of everything that's coming up or that might affect my clients. And that's how I keep my clients up to date, by sharing news to Busy Tips and over our social networks and blog. So in general, wanted to stop for just 1 second and wait to see if there's more questions. No questions yet. So if you do have questions, now's the time to do that, because we're about 5 minutes from the end of our presentation. So if you have those questions, again, go to that question and answer tool, the Q&A tool in Google Hangouts, and would love to help you. Any questions, fair game, doesn't have to be about customer retention. This is your time to get the help that you need inside of your business. So as we do that, I'm going to wrap up and remind you, of course, that BizzyWeb does web design. And what we're working on with all of our clients is to make sure that they have mobile responsive websites that help you grow your business. Inside of 10 seconds, your website needs to give people the information that they need to take the next step with you. So focusing on what you do for your clients that makes the most difference to them is the most important thing you should be looking at on your website. Folks don't care as much that you've been in business for 25 years or that you're a really nice person. What they care about is, can you fix what I need done? And if you fill that for them, and if your website helps you get leads to grow your business and engage your existing clients, then you're doing it correctly. We also offer online marketing. So we actually have a customer retention tool set inside of BuzzBuilders that will let you grow your business by doing this exact type of content. Inside of our BuzzBuilders customer retention program, we do search engine optimization to a smaller extent, but we focus mostly on content, testimonials, and social media engagement via both Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Google+, but also inside of email marketing to continue to remind clients what's happening, what's coming up next, and what you can do as a client to work with us again. Be sure to join us every Wednesday for BuzzBuilders webinars, our Busy webinars. And I'm going to go to that event calendar right now so that you can see what's coming up. If I go to, from the top of the page, events, you'll be able to see our upcoming events. We do have a few things coming up that are going to be fantastic. Let me go into that events calendar. But right now, we're covering customer retention, of course. Next week, we're going to be in Brainerd for SCORE, and we're going to talk about landing more sales with online marketing. So if you're up in the Brainerd Lakes area, we'd love to see you. We're going to talk about product promotions on Wednesday the 20th. And then we're talking about campaigns that drive action with offers and promotions through SCORE in the South Metro. So if you're in the South Metro of the Minneapolis-St. Paul area, give us a holler there. On the 27th, we're talking about Social Media 101 and a St. Paul presentation for campaigns that drive action. And then we're doing a webinar for that through SCORE that you can sign up for on campaigns that drive action, as well as a Twin West Chamber of Commerce presentation on online surveys that I think is going to be great. And then finally, Social Media 102 is coming up May 3rd. Would love to see you there. And special shout out to my Cyber Hair or Cyber World clients. I'm actually going to be out to their headquarters, actually down by the Mall of America, doing a keynote presentation for them on June 1st. So excited to see you all then. As we continue and finalize our presentation for the day, want to remind you that we do buzz reports for attendees of the Busy Webinar series. If you're a client of BizzyWeb's and you want to see what else you could do to grow your business, or if you're not a client of ours and you just want to see what you might be missing in your online marketing, we'll take a look at, in particular with this report, it's going to be a search engine optimization report to see what you might be missing in your SEO, your headlines, your headings, how things are looking semantically for your website. Do you have the right header tags, or do you have alt images or alt tags on your images? And are you just appropriately put together for the keywords that you're trying to be found for? And we'll give you that report. It's about a 15 to 20 page report for free by going to BizzyWeb.com/buzz and filling out the appropriate information. Again, I am Dave Meyer with BizzyWeb. Thank you so much for joining us today. And as we look at this, every week we cover this, but hope that you'll agree with us that at BizzyWeb we help you generate buzz without getting stung. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. Remember to send those questions in if you do have any, and we'll talk to you next time. Thanks, and have a fantastic week.